Hey everybody. How is everybody? Quite a few people here. Let's see. Hey Lubid Helios, how are you? Ryan Lion 100. Visionaire. Hey man, how are you? I'm not Neil. Hyper Newbieverse. Yuko. Um let's see. How is everybody? All right. So today we're building this beauty here. I have been waiting for this moment. Hi Pilot, how are you? Blind Joker. I am really good. Putting my hands on this baby here. Something I've been wanting to do for... I perform my unicorn? Yeah, I wish. You guys ready to do this? We're gonna use some vintage blacks that I've been lubing for the past hours. I'll fulfill your request. Let's see here. Let's do this Mimi. Let's put some gloves on. So I paid group buy prices on this, so I was privileged to be able to do that. I hate gloves. I will take it out soon enough, but just for the Mimi, I'm gonna do it. Better now? Oh, good. Especially for using the mouse, it really sucks. So I'm not new. Can you share that image here so I can open and show people afterwards? Yeah, someone asked for gloves, so people were saying, how do you use your Alice, dare to touch your Alice without gloves? So now we have gloves. All right, let's take this thing apart and let's get this party started. Hold on. Let me grab some foam. Yeah, Brazilian style. All right. I'm gonna take them off in a minute because I hate gloves. I feel a little claustrophobic with gloves. So guys, I'm pretty pumped with this build. Been wanting to do this for quite some time. One in the morning for you. So you missed nothing at all. We are just getting started, so you're right on time. Thank you, RPH, for sticking around. This is a historic moment for me. My first TGR. Yeah, trust me, I'm gonna take it out pretty soon, Panda. Not my favorite thing. Oh, nice. You need to change bits. Oh, never mind. This is... Yeah, you have to. Mr. Kibi, what's the best keep hand model? Hey, Run Spoiler, how are you? $500 just for GB? Hey, Fruit Reloaded. How are you? Thank you for joining us. Hey, Deus of Wind. Welcome. How are you? Did I say hi to you, Panda? I don't remember if I did, but hi nonetheless. Hey, Visionaire. I already said hi to you. Maybe you weren't here. Let's before we continue, let's test this PCB. This pretty PCB. How do I type if I just unplugged my keyboard for this test? Let's see. Do you order sprints directly for SPRiT? I do. I wanted to get by some. Yeah, I was lucky. Drinking a beer, man. I should have gotten a beer for myself. All right. Let's. What? Oh. All right, so we're gonna have to test it like this because I don't have a keyboard to make it smaller. Let's do it. Maybe this first one is a function? Maybe. Let's hope that's the case. Okay, we're good. Let me catch up on chat. I'm personally a part of one of those SPRiT horror stories. I wouldn't order for them at all. Screw fell upwards. Oh, here. Yeah. I heard but didn't see it. Thank you. How's it going? All going good. Like, doing something I wanted to do for a while. Building an Alice. So, pretty happy with that. Yeah, I didn't put the volume up for Josh this time. All right. So we have some retooled blacks here, and I'm sure I'm gonna have to straighten some pins because I see that some of them are not straight. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was the one of the macro keys did register, by the way. It was only 2 of them that didn't register. All right, so let's get this started. And guys, I had enough of gloves. Ugh, I just hate them. So those switches are some vintage blacks that I got from HB Heroine Bob when he was still in business. And I looped them with 203 as promised. We kind of made a poll yesterday and people liked the idea of 203, so that's what I went with. And I filmed them with some Kin switch films. Yeah, and some of the switches are not closing completely because of the films. I have to be very careful with that. Also, some of them have this bent. I don't know if you guys can see it. I forgot to plug my second camera today. But one of the pins, the one that is always stiffer, are bent for some of the keys. I think that when unsoldering them, they became a little crooked. So I'm trying to straighten them before inserting it. And looks like they're better now. He's not switching. He does sell, but not vintage blacks. He sells the, what's the name of that? Those switches? The Sky Blues, Skies, Timo Skies, which I personally, unfortunately, am not a fan of. They're too scratchy for my taste. Yeah, I'm gonna have an issue here with some of those switches because the legs are a little loose. Oh, this one came back, but what I'll have to do, I think, and I had to do this before, is kind of use this pliers to put them back in place for some of the switches. Have you tried Holy Skies? I have not. What are Holy Skies? What's the housing and what's the stem? Do you like them? Nothing's obvious for me. Yeah. Ultimo Sky plus Halo. So you use the Ultimo Sky housing and Halo's stems, right? Yeah, maybe I do. But I just had a code brew, so it's not that. It's just that I'm dumb. Oh no, this thing is loose. Stay there. All right. You know what I didn't do? And Panda, you didn't catch it. I start soldering without any stabs. So we need to start counting Mr. Keeb's mistakes. And this is number 1 per stream. Good thing I only soldered 3 switches. Right? Who needs stabs? Should I consider myself lucky for paying 22 trumps for the... Yes, I think it's a very good price if that's including e-packet for sure. I think I paid that on Amazon when I bought mine. Not even 22, I think it was more, like 25 shipped. All right, let me see if I have some Zeo stabs left. I think I do. All right, those are not Zeos, but they are the EPBT stabs. So that will do. How many do we need again? So 1, 2, 3. Hold on, I'm gonna do split. I'm gonna do split here, so I need 1. Should I do split backspace? Let me see how I did my other one. Yeah, I think I'm keeping this layout. I think it's the best layout. So let's see. We need 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we need 4 of those. Yeah, I really like that the HHKB backspace and split backspace and space on top of the enter as well. So I just got notice today that my Lunar keyboard is shipping. To be honest, if it was today, I wouldn't have bought it. I am not that into Alps. At least I think I don't know how to properly prepare my Alps because I have Alps Browns and I'm not in love with it. I may have to lube mine and maybe change the springs to make it good, but stock, I'm not in love with Alps. Did any of you guys got into the Lunar GB? I see. So yeah, that explains it. I'm not new. Best part about these stabs is that you don't have to clip them. So that's pretty cool. Have anyone tried KBD Cherry stabs with knockoff wires? Yeah, they are not Cherry. They are Cherry clones. You think that Alps should be clicky? Yeah, maybe that was my mistake. I went for only for... I do have one clicky, don't I? Is it Ambers that are clicky? No. Or is it? I don't remember. I know that one of the ones that I have are clickies, I think. So they are heavier. Yeah, I do have springs here, Alp springs from SPRiT, so I may try spring swapping. Ordered the set with a keyboard for a buddy, but they are pretty readily unlooped. Even looped, they are not great. Lubid Helios. I tried to fix some, and they do get better looped, but they are still a little bit rattly. Let me go wash my hand real quick. Be right back. Are you sure the plastic part is knockoff as well? As I thought it was a legit dude. No, if even on their side, they advertise them as cherry clones, not as cherry originals. They used to have cherry originals, but they don't have them anymore. Mr. Keep, the first tab you put has a wire out. Oh, really? Thank you. Let's fix that. I was going to test them, but thank you for letting me know. So here I need to figure out where I want to put mine. Let me check. So since we are pretty much replicating what I already have with this guy, I'm gonna just take it out this key, and we can actually use the keycaps on this keyboard. Let me see. Oh, this thing allows you to use an extra key here if you want it. Yeah, but the plate doesn't allow that. Hold on. Yeah, and look at what I did. I'm putting the stabs at the wrong place. Oh my god, this is a disaster. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know what's happening to me lately. I'm feeling more and more stupid. I think it's the age. Focus, yes. I'm gonna blame on that. I wasn't focusing. Focusing. Let's blame that. Exactly, it's not wrong. I like the way you think. Let's go with that. Yeah, I was on that position, so I think we're good. Yep. That's the position I'm going for. What are you guys saying? It's sold out? All right, let's test those tabs. Oh, EPBT tabs, gotcha. Yeah, I bought them from Taobao a long time ago, and then I went to buy more, and the item didn't even exist anymore for the one. So this is unclipped. This one is bad. So let me. So yeah, I bought those from Taobao, but it's been quite some time ago. And as I said, I tried to buy them again, and they weren't even listed anymore. All right, I think we're good now. Until the next mistake. All right, I think we can start soldering now. This is where I cry because I still don't have mine. Yeah, come cry with us. I mean, you have a 910 and I will never have one, so I'll cry for that reason. You just remember that you have to pay shipping? Yeah, man. Oh yeah, like to be honest, between the two, I prefer the Alice, but I prefer even more to have both. I just want to take my time and make sure that the first switches that are in are really flush with the PCB. You know nothing, Mac Market. Did you guys watch Game of Thrones? I thought it was pretty meh. What did you guys think? Yeah, I am really into Alice. I think it was, yeah, lining is a bitch. I just need everything to be pretty flush. And I think I'm okay with how it is now. Let me start soldering the second pins on the ones that I have. So what are your most expensive boards, and which one of those is your favorite? This is, I think, my most expensive. Yeah, Viper V2, but only two pearls. The third one is acrylic, so it doesn't count full price. I paid like 200, sub 200 on that acrylic one. So only two of them are really worth. Um, so you think number one is coming back? Okay, that's cool. I'm still on a wondering if I should try to join number two or not. What displeases me is the price. I am not super happy with the price. I don't know if I want to pay that much for that board. So wow, some of the switches still don't want to go in because of the switch film. Yep, I better not use this one. His most expensive board is GMK series. Yeah. You know what? I can use it here. Maybe. For the step caps? No. Look at this shit. I don't know. Let me see if I can maybe fix by opening it and then trying to bend this thing back inside. Let's see. Maybe if I bend it like this. Last case, I can also take the film out. Or I can change the top as well. I might just change the top. We'll see. Let's see if we're gonna even need that. I'm gonna get my hammer. Do they even need films? I've never seen one where the top is moving much. For especially for vintage blacks, they do change a bit with films. That's my experience. The sound is a little better. It isn't a Mimi. Like if you're doing Gatorons, Gatorons have very little wobble, housing wobble, but they do have a lot of stem wobble. So you probably don't need the films. Yeah, Vince definitely needs films. Yeah, that's my feeling as well. I agree to that. Yeah, that's a good idea to just replace the tops. That's really a really good idea. Yeah, some of the switches are giving me a hard time. Fucking A. Man, some of those switches are a pain in the ass to straighten the pins. This one was like bad. Okay, I think I got it now. So this switch, do you know, like the pins are like this. The all switch have like one stiff pin and one softer pin, right? This softer pin, it was like this, but this part was touching here. So there was a little part of the switch that was hard to straighten. This PCB can flex. Super flexible. This is not soldered. No, this is bad. I'll have to desolder this one. No, this guy's floating. I don't get why. when did you get into streaming and how long have you been a custom mech fan? So I started January 2018 and I started streaming right after, I think a couple of months after, maybe March. But I used to stream only in Portuguese. And then I tried to, I wanted to try to stream in English as a challenge for myself. And then I started doing this. But yeah, I want to say back in March last year. And what about you, Lube Helios? When did you start? I've been a gamer, yeah. So one thing I learned about the hobby is you either come to like mechanical keyboards because you're a gamer, or if you're a developer. In my case, it was because I'm a developer, so I use a lot of keyboards. Not a lot of keyboards, but... Oh, and tested articles, I see. Yeah, in my case, it's because I'm a developer and a coworker introduced me to that. Yeah, I was putting like a lot of pressure to make sure that those switches are aligned. I'm not 200% satisfied, by the way, with how they are aligned. But I think this is the best that I can do. If it comes to worse, I desolder those and replace them with retooled blacks. We'll see. And it's probably gonna shake again. It's because I'm putting a lot of force to push this thing down. No, I mean not aligned like this, Arctic Fox. Make sure that the two nubs on the front are touching the PCB. This plate is very tight, and sometimes the switches are going in like this. That's what is being kind of weird with this plate. I know that most people don't care much about this, but I kind of have a OCD if those switches are not properly aligned, not touching the plate correctly. Their plates were not. Yeah, this is extremely tight. I think it's even too tight, and that's what is causing this issue. And even with all that force, Some switches are not touching the PCB, like this one here. I don't know if I leave them like this or if I go back to them and try to fix them like I'm doing. Yeah, I think this is as best as it's gonna get. So let's move on. Maybe I gotta check later, but I've heard some people. Yeah, I think this is extra tight. Yeah, this is very similar with the Bach disease because the switches they go in a little bit bent, and that's what I'm seeing. So all of the switches are a little bit bent. It's almost unnoticeable, to be honest, but it bothers me. It's just one tiny fraction of the nubs are not touching on one side, and it's consistent across all the switches. But you know, it's getting there. Just slower than we're used to. That's why I love PCB mounts. You could try Telios. You are wanting to try Telios for a long time, aren't you, Arctic Fox? Why not Telios? Yeah, retools are my favorite switches. Creamy is another solid option. I really like creamies. Vintage Blacks, inks, Telios. Yeah, I'm super curious about inks as well. I have mine on the way. Hey, you did not miss. I'm slow on this guy. Hey, Fate025. Thank you for the follow. If you're here, come and say hi. Hi. Yeah, I'm having to take my time because the plate is a little too tight. And since those are plate mounts, yeah, Panda described it perfect. But now we're gonna fill in the blanks and we're gonna see where that takes us. Enjoy your YouTube channel, Mr. Keeps. I don't know why I didn't find your Twitch till today. You know what? I don't know if I have my Twitch on my YouTube. I need to cross-reference. Hey, Corbin Dallas, how are you? Welcome back. And Fate, welcome to the stream, man. Glad you're here. Glad you found me. Or you found my Twitch. Hey, Jack Static. Welcome back as well. Thank you for joining, both of you. Who loves bent pins? I know I do. And don't you love when the one that bends is the one that is a pain in the ass to straighten? In traffic driving home from work, so no more typing for me. That's fine. Thanks for joining anyways. Split backspace. Yes, we're doing split backspace and split right shift. I just love this layout. Oh yeah, I saw your YouTube video on that board with hot swap sockets. Which one? The last one that I did? Or is it the Tokyo 60 that you're talking about? Tokyo 60, okay, yeah. That was very recent. I think that went out this past week, right? Or the weekend. But yeah, man, glad you're here. Glad you found me. I'm starting to rethink using vintage blacks. I don't know if they're worth the trouble, to be honest with you guys. And you know what the problem is on this one? I added 2 films to this guy. So maybe the other one has the same issue. Maybe they are a problem if you do like 2 by mistake. Like I just did. That may be the cause. I'm gonna check the other one for 2. No, this one isn't going in. There we go. Let me check the other one for 2 switch films. Let's see if this one has the same issue. No. Oh yes, look. Some of the films were like glued together almost. So I'm sure that most of the ones that are being problematic are due to two films bound together, like those 2. So at least it's fixable. Hey, Precise, how are you, man? Long time, huh? Where have you been? Or how have you been? Just suffering with some vintage blacks. Oh, fuck that. Yeah, the problem with that I'm experiencing now, that with 2 films, what happens is the distance between the top and the bottom is higher than what those feet here, the things that locks the top to the bottom, they remain a little open, so the switch doesn't go through the plate if the plate is very tight, like this one. You see? We fixed the problem with this one as well. So that's what was causing the issue, and I wasn't aware. Noob question. Films? Oh, yeah. Let me explain Trinity. So films. Do you see this thing? Basically, you open your switch and you put it between the top and the bottom. And what that causes is it lowers the wobble of the housing. And in my opinion, for some switches, it improves sound as well. Especially on vintage blacks like the ones we're using here. So I have the gray. I can show you in just 1 second. It's the gray Alice. All right. Yeah, you'll be able to see it shortly. Just finishing this. Taking way more time than I anticipated. So quick poll on the chat. Stepped caps, yes or no? What do you guys think? No, always stepped, yeah. I am a fan of stepped, so I'm probably going with stepped. Yeah, that's one thing I never thought about. Yes, Creamy is another Switch that needs films. Did yours come with stickers? Mine came with nice stickers that I used, and I think they sounded a lot better with the stickers. All right, so I need to double check this guy. Okay, so to the left. You got all kinds of boards now. Yeah, man. My collection is growing. I actually need to sell a lot of keyboards. I really need to start selling keyboards. He's now a big boy. Oh yeah. Look at this. I have around 67 boards now with this one. Built, but I may have like 10 or more unbuilt. His eyes are open to the high-end world, yeah. You can say I'm a convert now. Of course, this pin is bent. Motherfucker. The one that I didn't check. I need to start doing the same thing, selling boards, but I need to finish making cases and installing RGB underglow and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I'm really curious about first impressions. I do have the acrylic one, but I don't think it compares in any way to this. Sell some boards for you. Yeah, the only main problem with selling is that I'm in Brazil, so sometimes it's hard with shipping and everything. U.S. warehouse incoming. Is there a bigger community in Brazil? Yes, there is now. I mean, compared to other countries like US, UK, not that big, but we do have how many users on our Discord, Arctic? I think we have maybe 50 active users at this point. But our Discord has maybe like 200 users, but active around 50, I would think. Yeah, we got more than 200, right? I'm watching this on my phone. You're playing Overwatch? And I don't play shit. I need to find some games that I like. I don't play anything. I was telling Wix and Panda that the last game that I played was Civilization 5. That's been a long, long time ago. Give me 1 second, guys. My wife just talked to me. I've always been a console gamer, but I really decent CPU like 6 years ago too. Yeah. What did you build? I built my Windows machine a little while ago as well, maybe 3, 4 months ago, maybe more. I don't know. But I built mine on stream as well. It was a lot of fun. But before that, I only used Macs like for maybe 5, 10 years. I have always been I have been running some form of Linux for the majority of my time with it just to play around. I still have a Windows OS I can load up. Yeah, that makes sense. So this was to program the Alice with the boot mapper. Yeah, the nice thing is that they do have boot mapper for OS X and it works fine. And I did port the Alice to OS QMK. So if you want to use QMK, you can now. Man, this is the slowest board I built in quite some time. So now I solder a lot faster than I used to, and even lubing, I lubed my switches in maybe an hour and a half for this board. 65, I lubed 66, I think. Let's see. How do you do that? Now you have that motivation to port the LEDs. I think the LEDs have been ported. I just need to redo some of the stuff. I think. Yeah, I don't need the LEDs on this build, right? But the LEDs have been ported over. I did that, but it was inconsistent, and now Mac Merlin did another pass, and I think he fixed a couple of things, but the LEDs were working. Yeah, I'm always lazy. Like when I need to lube, I try to postpone it as much as I can. I was lubing before this stream actually. Usually I lube the day before, but I was so lazy that I left that for like the last minute possible. You just need to remember to not solder the right shift because I think it will take some alignment. So just a note to self to not solder this switch here. I didn't even have to look. I know that it was Talisman. How are you? Thanks for joining, man. Just in time. I'm about to finish soldering. Mr. 111. Do you know Pitbull is called Mr. 305? You're Mr. 111. Mr. Talisman, how are you tonight, my friend? Using 2-bit WM. I have never heard of that distro. All right. See you soon, Arctic. Alright, this is the one I want to skip, so let me do this one. Let's do the bottom row. Very nice. What desktop? Oh, you guys talking about distros? Okay. Manjaro. Also, man, I'm so outdated in distros. It's an Arch based, yeah. Arch was the latest thing that I remember. But it's been a while since I used Linux on the desktop. And for client, server side, I was a lot familiar with Ubuntu, but my current biggest customer, they use CentOS. So I've been using a lot of CentOS lately. Debian Mint. Yeah, I remember when Debian Mint was a thing when it came out, but I never tried it myself. And we almost ran out of switches. Look at that. All right, so let's see if I can align this key here. So let me borrow some keys from my other Alice. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with how this came out. Seems like it's properly aligned. Now let's align the backspace. Or the split backspace. All right, dinner break. I'm just about to assemble the board, so I think we just finished soldering. Zigbee development, what is that? The Simplicity IDE, never heard about it. All right, just doing a quick check to see if we have all the keys soldered, then a quick test to see if all the keys actuate. All right. Those two, oh, there we go. Well, maybe we should bring up bootmapper client just to triple check the layout. Let me do that until we flash QMK here. So let's see. Downloads. So we have escape 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then okay, I think we already have SPRiT here. That's good. Let's see. So the macros are print screen, scroll, lock, and pause. Let's see. Let's do F1, F2, F3. And let's see if we can make them actuate. Perfect. So all the keys are working. Let's assemble the case. Am I gonna learn how to flash? Yes, I can. I can show you how, for sure. How to make a PCB that has bootmapper have QMK. It's quite easy actually. In case of Alice, I think you hold escape or F3, one of the two, and then while plugging, then it goes into bootloader mode, and then you just have to flash it with QMK toolbox. It's actually quite simple. I pretend I am lead and use QMK via command line on Arch. Yeah, that's also possible. You haven't synced it in ages? Okay. Yeah, I try to keep mine semi up to date with the upstream. Oh, you didn't push. I keep mine also very up to date. What I need to do is open a pull request against QMK with all my layouts for all the boards that I use. I need to organize myself to do that. Something I've been meaning to do for quite some time. All right, my friends, it's time. Oh, no, almost. We need keycaps, right? So I am borrowing HFO from this board. Yeah, Chokan has a very good tutorial on QMK. Yeah, and one thing that I like about Mac Merlin is that he does a stream where he explains how to port boards to QMK, especially bootmapper client boards. Person who posted the QMK for the PCB, I was really dated and bugged. Yeah, Mac Merlin is awesome. He also showed me the way when I tried to board the Alice. He showed me a lot of ways, the proper way of doing things, which is quite nice. And I just realized that I made a mistake. So my mistake number 2 on this stream, if you're counting. Actually, number 3. First I almost soldered with no stabs. Then I was doing the stabs on the wrong side. And now I put the keycaps on the wrong positions. So 3 mistakes so far. You don't need to erase. Basically, the board doesn't matter, doesn't care what's being uploaded, like what the payload is. So it takes whatever you flash it. So it's just another X file for the board perspective. So you don't need to erase anything. Just put it into bootmapper mode and then flash it as with QMK. Pit of fire approaching. Yeah, if we had that count for the Alpha 28 PCB, I would be on the pit already. Hey, it's undone. Thank you for the follow. Again, if you're here, let us know. Come say hi. Thank you very much. Hey, it's undone. How are you? Have you been here for a long time or did you just join? Alice gang, yeah. Man, I have the exact same issue. I don't know why Chrome keeps freezing with Twitch ever since a few updates. I have been using Firefox to watch streams lately. Oh, you're subscribed me to YouTube. That's cool. Thank you, man. By the way, I just passed 800 subscribers, which for me is a huge milestone. Super happy about it. Oh, I did another mistake, so mistake number 4. I didn't account for the right-hand side B. But really, thank you, It's Undone, for the 2 subscriptions. I love sets that have Alt GR. Damn, I missed the entire thing. No, you're here for the best part. We're almost done. Incognito. Mr. Gibbs is wearing a hat from the man who had to kill in order to have an Alice. Actually, this is a hat, an homage to Arctic Fox. You have the... Can you guys see? The silver fox. What are you gonna use on the original place? Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I may. Oh, I'm gonna use backslash. Like the. If they have this key, like this one, on mod scholar, I'm gonna use that. That's what I'm trying to find. Otherwise, I may replace this. So here it says green, and the kbps is 2658. So I don't think I'm dropping frames. And on Twitch, it says excellent as well. So is anyone else experiencing frames being dropped? So I might need to rethink this duo here because contrary to muted, I don't think this key set has the key, this key. So, and I'm trying to find also the numpad 2 to put here. Where is the numpad 2? Here. Let's do that. Let's move this here. Move this here. Yeah, that's how I used on the other, because I use B, I press B with this finger, I think. But we'll see. Okay, what should we put here? So should we do page up, page down? Yeah, let's do page up, page down. And what should I put here? I don't use a lot of delete. Maybe. Home. Print screen. I never use print screen. I use mostly Macs, so I don't use print screen. I may do home if I can find home. Can you guys see home? I can't. I see and, but not home. Home, home, home. Interesting, I don't see home. No, you didn't miss much. We're deciding which keys to use. I missed home. And I can't find it. I think I lost it. How nice is that? I wonder if there is anything left on the tray. Let me check. Man, now I have too many trays. I just noticed that I don't know where I put my hyperfuse tray. I'm not finding it with the others. Just double checking here. Let's see. Yeah, I have no idea where my hyperfuse tray is. That's weird. I really don't know. So, what did we just learn? That I'm missing the home key for my... Oh, you know what? I'm stupid because it is right here. Checking the pic. Give me 1 second. Oh, yes. That's going straight into this Alice. Let's see. Let me see if I can share this. There you go. So it looks like we have some Dolce incoming. Yeah, most of us are hyped right now. All right, guys, time for the truth. Here we go. Let me pause the music. Let's do it. Oops. So, quick thoughts. Love the Alice, but I'm not sure I love the sound. To me, it's too plasticky. I don't know if the plate is too stiff for linears. So that's my only thing. I didn't love the feeling. Let me type something that I'm better at than this text. So you used 205G0 and 55 grams. I used similar. I did 203, 60 grams, SPRiT 60 grams. So let me type some more. Give me 1 second here. Oh, I don't dislike the sound. I think it's too plasticky for my taste. But I think it's because of the brass plate that is too stiff. The good news is that I am probably getting a polycarbonate plate for this. I am not pleased with the sound either, Panda. So carbon fiber, projectkeyboard.com. Yeah, 159 basically. Yeah, it sounds like Creamy's on. Yeah, I'm very displeased. So don't know what I'm doing about it, but I am doing something about it. It sounds like unlubed Helios to me. Is it the keys that is affecting the sound? What do you mean the keys? Those are GMKs. They are supposed to sound good. I think it's mostly the plate that is really stiff, along with the choice of switch and lube. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's probably that the cause that you're using PBT. PBT would change drastically the sound. And the link that Firefox shared, I bought both plates, so I'm gonna experiment with that as well. It feels amazing. Like, I love this layout. I think this board, and you know what? What else did I miss? I forgot to solder the LEDs. So I'm gonna, and another thing that I noticed, I don't know if you guys have the same experience, but an Arctic Fox is here to prove me, to hold me accountable for what I'm gonna say. But I always think that lube takes one full day to properly finish its thing. So it may be better tomorrow. I don't know. But if it doesn't get better, I may take those out and then lube with either 204 or 205, another batch, and then replace it all together. And then I don't know what I hit. So yeah. I am probably redoing if it doesn't get awesome by tomorrow. But the layout is amazing. This is going to be my daily driver for sure. How do you guys like Hyperfuse Origins on this board? Throw some PBT, so let's see. How easy would that be to do? I think fairly easy. Let me check. So I have this guy here, which is ePBT grayscale. Let's see. Yeah, this is the Jeremini with PBT grayscale. Since we're doing this, let me start the music again. Man, I'm a huge GMK fan, so I can't boycott it. My essay, I have 3 essay sets and they are so hidden that I don't feel like even getting them. To be honest with you. I also love GMK. Really do. You know what the problem with PBT is? This shift is going to be warped as fuck, so it's going to be really challenging to use this on a board with those shifts. Get her on yellows. Is it 65 or less? I think it's 65. $62? Yeah, that may be right. Motherfucker. And that's how you lose a keycap. So I was wrong. The shift is not that bad. Oh look, we even have a... Is that the same size? It isn't. Too bad. Alright, so I think I do have a spacebar for this. No, it's also too big. Why do they give you two of the same size? Ah, okay. Yeah, they're different color, I get it. Yeah, I don't think they have the correct size that I need. You still prefer the other set? Yeah, we're just using this to check the sound. It's just to see how the PBT is gonna sound. Now I'm looking for the shift, the big shift. Which is here. And I probably should replace this. Maybe with this. No, but not upside down. No, what's the big no for? No for the other set? Ah, okay. Yeah, I'm 99% sure this is gonna sound a lot better. But I'm still probably desoldering this board and trying to do something about it. I may do, I don't know. So we're just needing a Windows or something super key here. I think I saw a super, not this one. Here. What is your overall impression about Grayscale? I really like Grayscale. But I think it's a perfect match for that keyboard that I had it on, for the Germini. I don't think I love it here on this board. It's almost like a PBT muted, right? And I love muted, so I also love Grayscale. Man, so many keys on this kit. It feels like it's never gonna end. All right, let's see how this stacks up. You guys ready? Oh, sounds bad as well. Yeah, I hate it. All right, so we are probably redoing this. I'm gonna loop some retudes, or I don't know yet. But definitely not a fan of how this sounds. You know what I could do? No, I could not. Yeah. Take the York housing, put cream stem in it, and put those on Alice. That's one idea. A little bit Telios. Telios are very similar on the sound profile to what we have here right now, to be honest. So I don't know. Let's try some sound dampening. Good idea. Let's do servo thing. Let me see if I have a smaller piece that is already cut out. I do not. Yeah, it's kind of pingy, along with plastic. Oops. Good thing I had the foam here. Really, it's nice with vents. I think, I don't know, I don't know if it's the vents. I don't know what the problem is. Maybe this batch of vents that I got that are not pretty good. I have another batch that I could try. I don't know what the deal is, to be honest. I don't know if it's the 203. I know I hate the sound of it. Hey, I'm not Neil. I know it might sound a bit racist, but whenever I hit ping, I hit general high ping in my head to the do haro. I have no idea what that is, but okay. Hey, HHKB for life. How are you? Thanks for joining us. I'm gonna leave the plastic on just because I don't want this sticking to the thing, and I'm not in the mood for putting sticker there. But welcome HHKB for life. Thank you very much for joining us. You need to get a new diode. Man, there is one thing I have a lot of is diode. I bought like 800. They are super cheap. I bought them on Taobao. You have a lot of everything. No, but the diodes especially. All right, time for the truth. Let's see. You guys ready? Let's see. It's a lot better. Yeah. So spare me some of that servo. But I don't think it's good enough for such a high-end board. So I am still desoldering it. Sorbo is very expensive, especially now. I got mine on a group buy. So you missed that the sound of this board is kind of disappointing as it is, but we are thinking it's the switches, so I'm gonna redo this board soon. I just need to find the switch that I want to use, and I loop them and replace them. We just added some Sorbo, and now it sounds a little better. Yeah, could either be the switches or the lube used. Yeah, the main thing for me, and I know there is a lot of people that disagree with me, is the lack of flex. What I could do is try to do a hamburger mount. Let's see. Let's see if there is room for a hamburger mount here. Or a burger mount. I am not sure either, Fate. Yeah, I asked you to send me the image here if you can. I don't have Discord on this computer. I'm not new. The main problem is that those are um, M3s. So I really think I don't know if I'll be able to do the burger mount, but let's try. Because the only contact points the only real contact points are those. Oh, wait, those are M2s. So we may get away with it. Let's see. Or are they? Let me see. No, M3s. But wait. Yeah, I don't think we'll make it fit. I need some M3 washers for that. Unless I do something, unless I cut it. Let's see. Maybe another one. And you got a flow cutter, a flush cutter. No, I didn't damage anything. Thankfully. Yeah, this is more complicated than I expected. Let's see. This is not really rubber, so it's really hard. Yeah, kids, don't do this at home. Still trying to figure out if I can do this. Doesn't seem like. I don't think this is gonna work, guys. I think we're just wasting our times here. Oh look, I made one. Now it's just 23 left. And I also need one at the bottom, so I don't think this is gonna work. Let me see something. Do you guys think I should go for it? It's gonna take like 10 hours. Okay, let's do how many more? 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. Oh, I had an idea. I can take one piece out. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a little slice of this thing off, so it goes in and out more easily. There. Can you guys see what I did? Look. Oh, that was a perfect idea. See? I can now install them much easier. I like that. Man, like I really like my idea here. Ah, motherfucker. So nobody's paying attention to my very smart and creative way to add those washers. And I'm gonna even unscrew a little bit the center mounting points. Where did you found to buy SPRiT springs, Keeps? On his website. Google SPRiT designs and you will see. Yeah, go to shop. Yeah, people say they are the same thing. But gold plated should be better. The ones I'm using on this board is SS. They didn't have 60 grams gold plated when I bought mine. Can anyone explain why I have an extra screw now? And all the screws are on? I'm confused. Or maybe not. Why didn't this one screw in? No, they are different. This one is just not screwing. Maybe I have something in the way. I'll have to open and see. But before we do that, let me type on this once again. All right, one last round. You guys ready? Let's see. No, not much change here. So what I recommend doing is desoldering this and trying different switch or trying a different plate. I think that's all that's left to try and make this sound better. Telios V2, let's see. Okay, let me make this a lot louder. To be honest, I don't love it. Yeah, it is brass. It's the one that comes with the kit. Do you like the sound of that one, Arctic? I don't love it. Really? I think it's very similar to mine. I don't like it. The only difference there is probably the lube. Yeah, he has 205. I didn't like that at all. And I think, no, there's a, really, I hear some scratches. Put it on 048. You can hear a lot of scratch around 050. I hate it. Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna do one last thing. I'm gonna take this out, put it back on my Germini, because that's where it's gonna be. And I'm gonna try GMK now that we put the sound dampening. Your sound better than the YouTube video with Tilius. Yeah, I didn't like the one with Tilius, like seriously. Curi está maluco? Why am I crazy? Nice song. If you want to fall asleep. Way, anything you should buy? Well, they have retooled blacks, PCB mount. I just bought a bunch to see if they're good. I really like retooled blacks. Yeah, I'm eager to get my inks. Oh, and did you guys get Lingers, which is pronounced linears? I didn't even know that I joined the group but I learned that I got like 70. Okay, April, May. Yeah, late April, May, I think. Oh, I just realized that I have the video there. Sorry, guys. You got 110? I don't remember if I got that many. I hope I did. Oh, I forgot this. Right, so this guy is back. So we can now put some QMK here. Or back here. Yeah, this is too plasticky for my taste. Oh, extras are up for linears. I didn't even know. I think they're kind of expensive, no? Someone told me. All right. Last typing of the night with GMK and with Sorbotane. Let's see. Hey Albertone, thank you so much for the follow. If you're around here, as always, come here and say hi to us. So I think I finally like the sound of this board. What do you guys think? I'm gonna start typing again. I really think it's starting to sound good. Yeah, the thing is my essays are all behind on my wardrobe, so all right. Any closing thoughts, guys? This has been the longest stream in a while that I did. So I think it's starting to sound better. So I don't have the uptime. I need to add it to my stream. We have been going for 3 hours and 26, 27 minutes. Yeah, and again, I didn't give up on the idea of redoing it. But thanks for everybody that joined. It was a very interesting stream for me as well, trying to make this board sound better. And the next step for me is trying new switches, which I'll do. But I think I will love it when I get a new plate. I think the polycarbonate plate is going to be terrific for this board. It's going to be a lot less stiff. One thing that I considered doing is doing a PLA plate, a 3D printed plate, but I don't know. Anyways, guys, I really have to go. It's 11:30 almost my time, and I still need to eat something and go to bed. Thank you so much for joining, guys. So there is polycarbonate plates for this board up on projectkeyboard.com. So let's see who is here. Thank you, Talisman, as always. Thank you for the cheer, for being here. I don't know if he got extras. I don't know. Thank you, Precise. Thank you, I'm Not Neil. Fate 025. Ubertome. Who else? Tefrem, of course. Chernicharo. Precise, I already said. Arctic Fox. Who else? Who else? It's Undone. Yuck. I know Panda was here. It's pretty late for him, so thank you if you're watching this on VOD, Panda. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you guys on Discord, and I may redo this board on stream. All right? Thank you very much, guys. You have a good night. Take care. Bye now.